Productivity is one of the pillars of this class because have you ever felt like there's never enough time to do everything you want to do, or you're always playing catch up, or you're always feeling overwhelmed? Well, what I've learned is there's no such thing as overwhelmed. We're just being inefficient. And there's no such thing as I don't have enough time because everybody has the same 24 hours in a day. And this was very important for me because when I got into real estate investing, I had a full-time job. My wife works full-time and we have 2 young kids. A lot of people are in a similar situation where they have a 9 to 5 and then real estate investing is their 5 to 9. So it's critical for you to get the most out of your time that you have so that you can accomplish more faster. One of the most helpful things is Jim Kwik's book, Limitless, which has helped me understand that our brain is actually our most powerful tool and technology, but most of us don't even think about upgrading it or taking care of it. Most of us upgrade our iPhones regularly, but when was the last time you upgraded your brain? So I learned that there are different ways to take care of your brain. So first is to grow your brain's ability. And one of the best way to do that is by reading. Just like exercises to the body, reading is to the brain. With reading, you can take someone like an expert in whatever field you're trying to learn, whether it's parenting or capital raising. They'll take decades of their wisdom and experience and they'll put it into a book, and you can download all of that into your brain in a week or 2 by reading. Like Jim says, leaders are readers. So why wouldn't we read? Nutrition is also another important part of getting our brains to function at a high level. I do a power shake in the morning. So I'll put half apple, banana, frozen blueberries, and kale and spinach. I get the washed ones from Sprouts that comes in a package already. And I have protein powder, collagen, and probiotics powder because probiotics helps your stomach. And Jim in his book talks about how your stomach is like your second brain. Creatine, and then I take my multivitamins and different supplements. Check out the link below for all the supplements I take that I recommend. And that makes me feel really good because it gives me all the nutrients that my body and my brain needs. And I know that I'm getting my greens and all my vitamins. Another cool thing that I've learned is not to drink coffee when you wake up. I used to do that like most of us, but when we're sleeping, we're actually in an unconscious state. So when we wake up, our brain pumps into our body adrenaline and cortisol, which are very powerful chemicals. So if we add coffee to that, it's like adding tea to cocaine. You're not gonna feel it and you're just gonna feel the side effects. The best time to drink coffee is 90 minutes after you wake up when these 2 chemicals start going down, and then you drink the coffee and you'll actually feel it. A really important part is the morning routine. And I've learned from Jim, he has a different one than I do, but basically first thing I do is drink a big glass of water. When you're sleeping, through your exhales, you can lose up to 1 liter of water. Your brain is a resource hog. It's only 3% of your body weight, but it takes up a lot of oxygen and nutrients and water. If you're even 2 or 3% dehydrated, that can drop your brain function by 30%. And after I drink my water, I go downstairs and do 4 minutes of intense exercise. This is to help your body pump the oxygen into your brain. And I like to get on my Rogue Assault bike because 4 minutes is really hard, but it gives you a great workout, or the rower. Or if you don't have either of those, which is about $1,000 investment and super worth it, you can do what's called the Tabata workout, Tabata. Look that up. There's a Tabata timer that you can get that has a black and orange icon. That's a really good way to do 4 minutes of intense workout, which actually helps you sleep at night. Then I spend an hour with God in worship and prayer because that's the most important thing for me. If you don't believe in God, maybe some people do meditation to clear your mind. Then I will do juggling because juggling helps you activate parts of your brain that you're not used to doing. And it also increases your peripheral vision because when you're juggling, you have to do that. And what that allows you to do is read bigger chunks of text, so you read faster. And they've done studies and found that jugglers actually have bigger brains than the normal person. So after 5 minutes of juggling, I'll read my 10 pages, and I like to do that outside in the sunlight. Sunlight, especially direct sunlight and not through the window, really helps our brain because our eyes are the only direct contact with the outside world to our brain. And when we get sunlight in the morning, it resets our circadian rhythm so that you can sleep better at night. And you'll also get your vitamin D. Try this routine out, and I guarantee you'll feel so much more energy. And after I do all this, it's about 90 minutes, and then I drink my coffee. And I always feel great and pumped up and ready to go. And the last thing I'll share today is taking brain breaks to manage your energy, because our brains are designed that after about 30 minutes to an hour, our energy level starts to go down. And what I do is I do what Jim Kwik teaches as brain yoga. So you rub your earlobes and you do squats and breathe in going down and breathe out going up. Again, that pumps energy into your brain. And he says, when your body moves, your brain grooves. Another exercise is doing a cross thing like this because there's something about how your right side of your brain controls your left. So when you do anything that crosses, it does something with your brain. And then when I brush my teeth, I use my left hand, and I try to use my left hand doing everything else too, because the right side of our brain controls the left side and vice versa. And most of us are right-handed, so our left brain is more developed. But by using your left hand, you're actually growing the right side of your brain. So the application this week is to get the book Limitless and commit to reading 10 pages a day if you're not reading already. And I also highly recommend that you get Jim Quick's programs. So when you buy his book, you can go on his website, put in the order confirmation, and then you actually get to join his Limitless program. It's a 21-day program for free. That's awesome. But he has a lot of other programs like the speed reading, which helped me increase my reading speed from 200 words per minute to 550. So if you're going to read regularly, that's going to cut your reading time in half, or you can read twice more in the same time. He has a memory program, productivity, all phenomenal. And you can email them. I got them all in a bundle for about $1,000 for all of his programs. So try out my morning routine compared with Jim's and test different things out to see what works for you, and share it in the comments.